we leave, become, be great.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the official last episode of season 1, baby. We had to come through, had to bring the boys one yet again in honor of Christian. It's going to be another special edition because we're going to talk about a little more some stories and some experiences and stuff that we walked through with our boy here. I want to thank Markoff again for coming through, Vince, Rob, Erik. I also have a first time appearance and one and only Zach DeLeon, my brother.
Yeah.
Adopted.
Yeah. Adopted.
That's cool. I always question that.
Yeah, I love you, brother. I appreciate you coming on for the first time ever.
Yeah.
Especially on the last edition, too. So, like I said, this is going to be a special one. Again, thank you for the Markoffs for coming back on. And, we're going to dive right into it, man. I want to, whichever one of you guys wants to go first, let's talk about some moments with Christian that obviously we're never going to forget all of them, but what are some of the most impactful moments that you feel that Christian might have had on you guys?
Well,
Damn.
I mean,
Starting
dude,
out
that's
strong. Yeah, impactful.
that's a big one. But growing up with him, there's a lot of different stories that I have that are a little, just too personal. But one that I have that I could share is I remember one time we were out past 9 playing hide and seek, and this was in the ghetto back on 72nd Elliott Circle, right? Elliott Circle is what it was.
Yeah.
We were out past, and he had found me, and a car pulls up next to us, and it's just a couple gangbangers in a car or something. But Christian looks over and just is all, "You ready to run, Vinny?" "Fuck you!" Flips him off, and then we just take off. And I thought I was running fast because I'm pretty quick. But then I looked to my left, and Christian's just right there with me and just keeping up with me at the pace. And I just thought that was so funny because, for him, he's a big boy, so he was running fast. And so when he was scared, he was insane Bolt. He was insane Bolt. It was crazy.
Insane Bolt.
He was insane Bolt. Fuck Hussein.
So he flipped him off.
Yeah, we flipped him off, and we took off. It was crazy. I'll never forget that.
Man.
What about y'all?
I know we've had a lot of impactful moments. I do want to say, I think I've told this story before too, that obviously being in the field that I am, he's actually one of the ones that initiated kind of that connection to where I'm at because I remember I was working at the fucking post office, man. I wanted the fuck out of there.
Really?
Oh yeah, that shit was man. For y'all motherfuckers that work at the post office, man, I commend you for that because that shit
Shout
was
out,
brutal.
postal workers.
Shout out to the USPS.
USPS, baby.
I want my royalties for mentioning you now.
Yeah, for real. Always bring my Pokemon cards. I love you guys.
But yeah, so we had this moment, where I was like, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Just left my ex, we split up, and I was like, I'm getting the fuck out of here. So I applied for KS-1075 on-air host.
Oh.
Zero experience, all that shit. And I remember having this conversation with Christian. I said, hey, bro, I applied for the on-air host at KS-1075. I was like, may not get it. I was like, but hey, what's the shot? So he goes, why don't you hit up Dank One, bro? He's the one that works for KS-1075. And I was like, all right. I was like, yeah, I'm going to hit him up. So I hit up Dank One, and he said, yeah, he goes, go to Colorado Media School, 6-7 month program. You'll get a job in 2 months. That motherfucker's right.
Dang.
And so
Damn.
there are just less than a handful of people that really had an impact on where I actually got to.
Yeah.
And Christian was really the last one that bridged the gap between, boom, zero experience, hit up Dank One. Because had it not been for him telling me that,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know where the fuck I don't know where the fuck I'd be right now. I mean,
That's
still
awesome.
doing my audio podcast.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what would happen, but that was definitely one of those moments. And I remember telling him this too. I think it was just back in January. I said, bro, you're had it not been for you, I don't know if I would have even hit up Dank One.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Met Dank One. I go, I don't fucking know.
That's awesome.
So that was definitely man. Rest in peace, bro.
Yeah.
Love you, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, that's just the thing is he knew so many people. He would go. Just when you thought you knew about all the people that he knows, it's like there's another person, and there's another person he knows, and it's another and he knows this person's cousin and that person. So it's like, you know, he touched a lot of people's life that, like, you know, beyond us. Like he took what he learned from us, is what I always said, and he was always compassionate and like thoughtful. So he took all that from what he learned, and he made it a mission to help people who were trying to figure themselves out too, and trying, you know, because that's what I'm saying. He, even at your worst point or trying to find yourself, he's like, he put in a word for you, you know, to look for somebody else, and made that connection again. So he always made connections with people, and he was he was that type of guy.
He was a great connecting point.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, he connected us. Actually, shout out to Mike and Amber at Beyond Elements. He's the one that connected us to the Beyond Elements.
Yeah.
You know, he's like, because I think it was Amber that was looking for like videographer or whatever, and so he ended up tagging me, and they ended up hiring us and shit. And so again, that's
another one.
great.
Yeah.
I mean, he definitely he has a connection.
Oh yeah, he was a connector guy.
He knew, right, like if he knows you're doing something, he's gonna fucking tag you,
Yep.
or whatever. Like
Yep.
he was trying to get you whatever business, whatever. it
Yeah.
was,
Oh yeah.
you know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was great things, man. What you, bro, got any?
Me? Yeah. So, a few years ago, I was pretty much at one of the lowest points in my life, and you know, Christian was hitting me up every day, checking up on me, you know, telling me he's there for me when I needed to talk. And you know, people that know me know I've been most of my life been wanting to make movies, and being at the lowest point, I was, you know, ready to give up on that. And you know, he every day kept pushing me through, telling me, don't let this
Get you
give
down.
up
Yeah.
on your dreams, you know. And so it was, you know, really encouraging, and made me realize how much of a brother he really was, for hitting me up every day, checking up on me. You know, it really meant a lot
Yeah.
that he did that. So,
Yeah.
I mean, huge impact on my life, and because of that, I was able to pick myself up and just keep pushing on through in life. And
Yeah.
you know, makes me really miss him, because
Yeah.
you know, we all have those moments like
Oh,
that
yeah.
at times.
Phone call ain't coming
He's always
anymore.
there for anybody and everybody that, you know, he could be there for. So
Yeah.
It's
That was-
almost like anything we did in life, he had some kind of hand in it. I feel
Yeah.
like. I mean,
Yeah.
it was.
He really did.
We kept him
Yeah.
close, man.
Yeah, for
Everything.
sure.
My bad, y'all. I'm fixing this camera here.
Just flipping through. Yeah. Camera one, camera two.
But yeah, rest in peace to our brother. And then we did have the funeral this last week. It was tough, man. It's tough. You know, I want to encourage everybody, man, really cherish life, really cherish your family, your friends. I mean, I can't tell you how much shit we actually do take for granted, you know. And I think we talked about this on the last episode too, where it's like, you know, people think it sounds cliche. Oh, we could be here today, gone tomorrow, and we were talking about this yesterday too. But it's like,
can.
we've seen it right before us. I mean, damn, man. Like, we just think that, oh, we're gonna be good tomorrow, but the people that passed, so did they. You know, it's just, I don't know. It's just really take passion for your family, your friends, whatever you got in life, whatever it is that makes you happy, whatever it is that, you know, gets that ass up every single day and makes you excited about your daily routine, daily life, whatever, man. Just really cherish that. So, yeah, it's kind of crazy, man. It's definitely different being able to maneuver through life, but just in general, you know, it sucks and it's unfortunate that we have to do it in this manner too. Obviously, we're honoring him along the way. We're here now and brought all of us closer together and stuff. But man, you know, we definitely, you know, wish this he could be right here, man, right in between, you know.
Yeah.
But we feel his presence here today with us, so rest in peace, my brother. If I do want to, you know, whoever wants to go, if we could have one last conversation with him, something that we know, an impactful conversation, what would that conversation be for you guys?
Damn.
Take your time.
I know, damn.
Take your time, because I could cut some of this shit out.
I mean, I guess, one thing for me would, you know, we kind of knew the last couple years of his life where he was going and what what he was going through, and that's really tough for him. And
Fucking bitch. Sorry.
I know, but like whenever we had conversations, impactful conversations, it was him seeking it from me in a way. I was always giving him advice, giving him what should I do here, and he'd reciprocate too on the other end. Yeah, here you should do this too, or this is what I'm doing. These are the steps I'm taking, and it was always just those things. I mean, if I were to talk to him again and impact him, I don't know if it's true, but I heard a lot of people at the funeral talking about he was really seeking God now and doing Bible readings, and that was very interesting for me, because it was like I would have loved, as much as I'm not a believer, I would have loved to hear his side of the story of like why he's doing that and what's leading him down that path and how helpful it is and beneficial it is for him, because we know he was that guy. He was the party guy, the guy dependable, the things we've talked about last time as well. But to hear that new side of him, that new chapter in his life he was about to experience before that fucking kid decided to run a red light, like I would have loved to have that conversation with him. What's that look like for you? Why are you going? He has his reasons, but
well, last thing I had talked to him about before, he told me he felt lost on that. Remember we had that night he came over for darts.
Yeah, you start looking for,
and so he was looking for the light. That's what I felt, was that he was lost and he was looking for someone to kind of lean on. And life's hard.
Faith, and people have different faiths. They believe in anything they want. Believe in yourself first, obviously, but there are little paths, religions, whatever it is that you can follow, and for him to choose one, and like I said, that this new, I guess, you could say lost Christian was trying to find his way. Like
we're all lost.
I would have loved to have an impactful conversation there and ask him like, what is your path and how can I help you on this path? And even if I had to, he's our brother, I would have joined him on that path. Just every day ask him anything, really. Like just to hear his voice again. That's what we really want, and hearing a duh or anything like that. But that always impacted our life no matter what. Just an duh. If you don't know what an duh is, you weren't his closest fucking friend. Like
straight up,
a duh can mean anything on the planet Earth, but you just know what the fuck it means. You just duh. So if you hear people go duh in Christian's presence, and
there'd be nothing like fat shit come and be like, "Hey, Vin, you got any duh?"
Literally,
What could that mean?
No matter what, but it was. See, and he could have even said that for his, like, "Hey, what are you seeking? What are you looking for? I'm trying to do whatever of my life." You know what I mean? Duh. And I could have just been like, "I feel you. I know what you're looking for. I just know what you're looking for, bro." So I mean, I would have loved to impact his life, because at this ending stages of his life, I mean. It wasn't even the end, it just happened to be the end. These last couple of years of his life would have been great to walk that path with him, and that's what I would have liked.
I think
because that blew my mind when I heard that. I was like, hold on, he's doing what? Like my fat boy is doing what? He's seeking religion, seeking God, seeking any freaking help from any aspect.
And I think
and he's gonna do it. So that's the thing, he's gonna do it. He's gonna find his way, man. He did what?
Got baptized too.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Got baptized too, which is huge.
He will find a way, man. He will find a freaking way.
And it's just crazy timing, because he did that, like, a couple months.
Mm-hmm.
It was the same day we took that
picture, on your shirt, and we were like, he looks scared, nervous.
Paige too, because him and Paige both got baptized.
There you go.
Paige?
Okay.
What's up, Paigey?
They both got baptized the same day.
Really?
Hey, we all got baptized when we were kids.
That just goes
even
to
though
show.
we don't really believe this. I mean, like, I've always been, I have problems with the whole way that works with everything that goes on in this fucked up world. So there's things that I can't explain, and I hope that for whatever reason I get to talk to this motherfucker at some point. But until then, it's all bullshit.
That's the biggest. Like, I'll never be here to push. Obviously, everybody has their beliefs.
Absolutely,
right?
yes.
And I've even had this conversation with Christian. I said, bro, I'm not gonna push my beliefs.
Yeah.
You ask me, you come to me.
Yes.
I'm gonna let you know.
Absolutely.
Like and again, this is one of the things is everything we do in life, no matter what it is, good and bad.
Yeah.
It's in the Bible. We live the Bible.
Yeah,
regardless of what we do.
There's a lot of shit in there that people don't understand that, like, is pretty self-explanatory, like when it comes to how humans work, how we live in this earth, on this earth. Sorry, and it's I think everyone should at least read it once. I've read it once and I thought, we'll see. But I've also read the Book of Enoch and all these other crazy ones. So it's like, oh god, there's a lot more to it. So
I think his mom probably had one of the biggest impacts on him. Probably most influential as far as him wanting to go to church. I mean,
Oh, for sure.
Oh,
she
yeah.
she
She
always
was about
told,
it.
oh yeah, she believed
let's
it.
go. And
Yeah.
sometimes you just feel like you're in a place where you're like, okay, let me just go. Let me
Yeah.
just hear the message.
Yes,
you know, but,
Yeah.
Well, sometimes
his
it's good to
mom
hear
was
that.
probably the biggest, his mom was always on his ass about, you ain't go to church.
But what-
Yeah,
like you
even
said,
when he was
yeah.
younger too, he never went
Yeah,
to church. Like
his
with his
mom would
family,
make
when
him,
they would
yeah.
always go to church on Sundays, he would always be the one to not want to go. You know, he would always just want to hang out or
He'd
do
come over to us
something
and hang
different,
out
come
with
over
us. Yeah.
and stuff.
And it may be different for everybody too, because I mean, I even have some friends that they believe in God, but
Yeah.
they don't go to church.
Oh,
Like,
I mean,
why do I need to go to church?
Belief is,
Just to do-
like I
yeah.
said,
Anything.
belief
You
is
believe
in your
in
heart and
anything.
your soul and your mind. You know, it's not something like everybody can choose to believe whatever they want to. You know.
And my thing for going to church is I just want to be more knowledgeable. I mean, I haven't read the Bible. I've read pieces, but it's like I go because I want to hear the message. And I want to be more knowledgeable.
Yeah, yeah.
There you go.
You know, and then I kind of fit it into
Your
my
life.
And,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
it's different for everybody.
It's
you know,
it's
but
all I can say is that Christian I think he needed that. I think he kind of needed the religious kind of, because like I said, some of the times I don't believe he was on like a real good road sometimes. So every time I was like, dude, we would go at it sometimes.
I'll
I'd be like,
beat your
dude,
ass to get yourself
stop,
together.
Christian. Like you ask me for my advice and then you go and do this and this, and I'm like, dude, that's not how that works. Like, advice is, if you're gonna ask me, don't go the other way with it, kind of thing. So we would bunk heads. So I'd be like, you know what, Christian, like,
let me ask you about be rebellious.
yeah, oh yeah, he'd be very, very, well, that was Christian too. He loved to be like, oh, I love my ducks, I love my girls. He loved his girls. Yeah, he loved girls, man. Yeah, so and he might have hurt a few, but fuck y'all, we don't care.
He could do
he
no
was
wrong in
Christian,
our
yeah,
eyes,
he
man.
was
He
no
could do
wrong
no
in my
wrong.
eyes, but you know what I mean. But I feel like once you kind of come to a realization sometimes that like life is, especially his situation with all the baby mamas and all the stuff like that. I ain't gonna say no names, but fuck it, you know what I mean? And that's tough because I have 0 baby moms, and so sometimes I'm like, dude, I don't understand the situation. I can't calculate what you're going through. Yeah, I can't calculate what you're going through, but like, this is what I would do. You know what I mean? Like, if I had to do, I would get my shit straight. I would, I always preach to him to stop drinking because, I feel like that's just one of the worst things to do when you're in a bad place in your mind. Yeah, when you're down bad already and you're just you're looping into a whirlwind, and he didn't understand that sometimes. But I was like, and then he would be like, "You're right, raghead." Like, damn it, you motherfucking pissing me off, Christian.
And he would just change the whole
Yeah,
topic.
like, oh yeah.
You were right, but I didn't fucking really listen fully.
Smack you in the head.
Yeah, true. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, sometimes you had to get real with him, but he would change it and make it a game.
I feel like though, for like going back to that, like even if he didn't listen to you, he reached out for you, he seeked it, and it was to be a better person.
He was trying to get
no matter what he
everything,
was
yeah.
looking for. He would take his lickings from us when he when he didn't want to hear it.
Yep.
He would take some bad advice. He didn't really care. He would take the religious route. He would take any route possible. His mom, whoever was
He
in
was
his
trying
life,
everything.
to be good. He didn't take it to do wild ratchet shit with his friends. It was, I'm gonna take all your information and I'm gonna try and be a better person day in, day out.
And the best thing about him too is he would always come back to the ones that he loved.
Oh, he'd pop up on us
Yeah,
out
he'd
of
pop
nowhere.
up on us and just want to listen to what we would have to say because it was always influential. It was always nothing bad. Everything was just trying to, like we said, to better him as a person in a way too. And
Yeah.
we fucking.
Well,
I
we
love him for
also,
that,
yeah.
he just.
We hated, stayed away from gangs, so we didn't
All
like the
that.
gang talk. We didn't like your bullshit music.
Drugs, we were
so when you
never
come over
down
to
drugs,
you
shit
come over, you have to act like the Christian we know. You don't put this fucking. Christian liked his masks. He put a lot of masks on. He liked to, he was a different person around different people. But when you came to us, you better act like the Christian we grew up with and knew. And I think he respected that because he was like, oh shit, like.
We would check him.
Yeah, because we wouldn't put it like, what the fuck are you doing, Christian? Like, who the fuck? What are you doing?
And he would listen to us
and he would
too
listen.
again,
Yeah,
you
so.
know?
And here's the crazy thing too is I didn't really tell anybody this too either. So the last 3 months, he would kind of what you're talking about, right? Where he would come with, guess what happened?
Yeah, yeah.
Guess who this person?
Yeah.
Guess what? And it was more of like he wanted to be like, bro, you motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like he wanted a reaction.
Yeah, he wanted something from
Yep.
me.
I didn't give that.
Yeah, yeah.
So the last, the last 3 months, it was one of those like, I don't want to hear your bullshit, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't got time.
I want to hear the good times.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear your shit. Yeah.
I love you, brother.
Yeah,
I
love
do,
you to
but
death,
I
man. No.
I was like, bro, I don't have the energy to listen to You know what I mean? What
Yeah.
you did last night.
Yeah,
and what
yeah.
You're doing all this, all the nonsense.
Yeah, added. I called it added stress. I called it because, like, dude, you're just adding this shit to a bouquet of flowers that you already have in your, in your hand, and you're throwing more problems into a fucking thing, and now your hand's over full. And he was a punk like that, you know what I mean? He wanted to hear, like you said, he wanted to hear what you had to say. He'd be like, oh, and it'd be a crazy story, like, what the fuck are you doing? Who do you think were you? Yeah. Yeah. Some dumb shit, like he wanted you, yeah, like.
Check out this story.
Like, you got
that.
that. I would just call him a terrorist and be like, dude, that's some terrorist shit. You're a
That's some
raghead. That's some
terrorist
Ahmed
shit,
shit. Yeah. Bro, what the hell?
That's
So,
Ahmed shit.
yeah. But, like, I always want to stress that, like, as much as good stories we have of him with Christian, we would go at it with him to try to, change who he was and change who the people who he had around him. Some
His
people that, because,
decision-making,
some people aren't good, some people aren't good for you. They're there for a good time, not a long time.
I wouldn't say
And-
necessarily change who he was,
Yeah,
but it's more of influencing.
Or direct, more direct it, yeah, direct like a better flow for him, because sometimes it's like, I hear 3 stories and think, Mayday, Mayday, I need to say something, like, what the fuck is he doing in life right now? What the fuck are you doing, bro?
Mayday.
So it's fucking like, Christian, what the fuck, dude? But, like, he was a wild guy, yeah, loved him to death, like you said, loved him to death, meant the world to all of us, but, like I said, everybody's going through something, you know what I mean? Tell your people you love them, tell your, even your last conversation, if you're fighting, even if it's a fuck you, I hate you, but I love you.
But I love
Throw
you.
it in there.
I mean
You know what I
it.
mean? Like, 'cause you might not get to say what you want to say.
May not make it.
Yeah, we didn't get to say anything to none of us got to say what we wanted to say to Christian in his final hour, final day.
I
So
talk to him every day.
I take that shit to the heart now. It's one of the if I had to say one most impactful things that I took away from like this event is that it makes me want to say, like, hey, like Erik said in the chat last night, I just want to say I love you guys. You know what I mean? Like, you have to, because you never know. Yeah, you have to. So I threw in a Tom Hanks. I threw in the Tom Hanks. I wanted to say I love you. So you just have to say it, man. And like I said, it's just for anybody watching, just even if you're at bad terms with someone you love, just tell them you love them. It doesn't even matter.
Thank
Just
them for their time,
thank
you
you.
know,
Like,
yeah,
say, hey,
something,
like, even though we don't get along, I
Like,
love you,
they
and I
spend
hope
some part of
nothing
our
but the
life.
best for you.
People need to get over their egotistical ways and just like, you're a man the fuck up,
Yep.
and just say your piece, say your love, get over the situation.
Yeah.
Quit the
Don't dwell on the
emotional
past.
attachment,
Yeah.
the emotional
Dwelling.
bullshit, and just fucking get over it. Show your loved ones the love that they need and deserve,
Yep.
as well as the support and the respect. So
Yeah.
I just wanna say that.
For sure.
I mean, the people in your life and your circle and around you, I guess, are your corner.
Yeah.
People in your corner, at some point, good terms, bad terms, whatever, you loved them. You loved them at one point. You loved them enough to bring them
That's
in
what I'm
close.
saying, man.
So it's like you got to keep that into consideration the whole time they're a part of your life.
Yeah.
Because, like you say, we could all leave here and be gone tomorrow, and at least the last thing we say to each other is "I love you" and meant it.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
it's like,
It's crazy to think about that too. It's really crazy. Just, I mean, have to like, not. It's one thing to say it, but when you actually are like, oh shit. Like,
there's some
think
meaning
about
behind
it,
it.
it's real shit, bro.
Mhm.
It's real shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't get no replay, no this
Life
ain't no
has
video
no
game.
restart
I love
button.
video games
Yeah.
too,
You get 10 lives and crash
Yeah.
and shit. No.
There'll be the one thing I'll miss the most is, and I was going through the messages of me and Christian, is getting that 3 a.m. text message from the fattest man I know live.
You do it, right?
Talking about fucking come down, get taped at fucking Madden, bitch. And I'll be like, oh, you son of a
3 in the
bitch.
morning.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
He was a night owl, that's for
Yeah.
sure.
Oh yeah.
And then
He
he'd
was a
send
night
and then he
owl.
would send a video right after of him just K in a bottle of Crown Royal.
Dude, I'd be laying in bed. He'll FaceTime me. Look
Yeah,
who I'm
yeah,
with,
look
bro.
who I'm
Get
with."
your ass here now. I'll just send you everything right now. Get here. And I'm just like, dude, I'm like, can you see where I'm at? I have my
Yeah.
fucking blanket to my chin. I'm like relaxing and shit. And he's just like, get out of bed. Let's go. It's just like, yeah. Then the night owl Christian was just like, and that was the thing about him. I want my people here. I'm having such a great time. I
Yo,
want my
bring 'em
people
out
who-
here.
Yeah, like he's probably like talking about us or something.
God
You
damn
should
it.
meet one of my buddies. You should
Yeah.
like, he would say some shit like, I got some bad bitches for you. Get
Oh,
your ass
yeah.
up. I got this girl who wants to
What's
meet
bad
you. Yeah,
bitches?
yeah. I was talking you up, and I got a girl who wants to meet you. And
Yeah,
shit. I'm
he
like,
would.
dude, I'm laying in bed, like
With the assist.
yeah, the assist. And he was just like, just come on, bro.
duh.
Like, fucking wear what you're wearing now. Who cares? Like, that's where you're gonna be anyway in your fucking boxing.
Yeah.
So he's like,
Yeah.
get your ass out
Always
here.
a wingman.
Dude, he was
Yeah.
always a wingman. Yeah, and like you know it too, because you're like, man, he is talking about me. These fucking you know he is. You're just like,
Yeah.
I have to call you because I told these people about you. Now get.
You can hear, yeah.
I'm like, bro, it's fucking midnight. Who cares? We're gonna be up till 6 anyway. You got fucking 6 hours to figure it out. I'm like, no, dude. Like, and then the fuck, I always like,
Oh, the
I got some
duh.
girls here.
Duh.
Like, we know what that means.
Yeah, Christian. Christian was the biggest player I knew.
He was.
He was great. He was
But the
great.
best family man as well.
Yeah.
He was a great father, always there for his kids.
Yeah, hell yeah. He knew how to balance
He knew
it.
how
yeah.
to balance his
Yeah.
life out too, you know.
Well, and he knew.
always went to work. He never fucking fucked up in life either. You know, he was never in trouble.
He was always working.
Never in trouble. Always working his life away because he just wanted to make his family better and himself better.
You know, this hurts what I'm about to say, but like, it's weird to say this because he was always where he needed to be. When he was at work, he was at work. When he was with family, he was with family. When he wanted to party and hang out with his friends, he was there, and he balanced his time between those three. He wasn't like fucking getting destroyed at work, and we hear episodes of him, you know, blacking out at work. No, he did that nightlife. You know, when he was with his family, he wouldn't leave his family to go to work or leave his family to go to party. It was family. You know, he needed to be where he wanted to be. You know, or where he needed to be. Yeah. He's like, at this point right now, this is my day to day. Boom. That's why it's kind of hard to say because he didn't need to be where he needed to be in that intersection.
He
But
never
you
got
know,
out of work either. Still be partying from like 8 p.m.
All
6
night,
a.m.
yeah, and
all
then
of a
still
sudden
go to
he's
work.
working 12 hours.
yeah. And he's posting about. He's like, yeah, get like me.
There's so many people, you know, they do so much. I got to call in there. Not Christian.
Nah, yeah.
He's all, fuck it, bro.
I didn't even. I'll sleep tonight. Fuck it. I'll sweat it out in the sun. I don't care.
I'd see him one day. He'd be like a light brown, and then by the end of the week, he'd just be like 7 colors tanner. I'm like, oh my god, Christian, what the fuck, dude?
What the hell happened? I worked all day. I work outside, dude.
Oh man. Told him he was out there making bombs and
Making bombs.
yeah, going more Arab on the track.
And he always had like the slight farmer's
Yeah, the
tan.
far-
When he
just a
wears-
little
when he wears
lighter.
a jersey, I'm
A
like,
little
yeah, he's
lighter.
been working his ass off.
Oh, dude, that's so funny.
As I say, he always, no matter what, man, no matter what he did, if he needed to be in that freaking dad mode, work mode, party mode, he knew how to manage his time to be in that moment, to where his mind wasn't somewhere else, or you know, like, cause yeah, like when you're being a dad, be a full-on dad. When you're being a party animal,
Have
be
fun.
responsible.
Be
Yeah.
responsible.
I'm not gonna say be a party
responsible.
animal,
Yeah,
but be
exactly.
responsible. And then when you're a worker, work your ass off. Show your fucking.
That's
Yeah.
another thing too is, you know, he was 100% hard ass fucking worker, and I like that you said that, Rob, that he was where he needed to be at any given
Oh,
moment.
yeah,
You know, he's right there, and you know, one thing that is unfortunate, that does suck too, is that, man, if you want your fucking kids, let the man have his kids.
Let the man have his.
Like,
kids.
Let the man have his
Don't-
fucking
that goes
kids.
for everybody, all you women out there, man. If you have
Bitches.
I don't give a fuck if it's baby daddy, whatever it is. If you have somebody that wants his kids, don't be fucked up. Do not be selfish. Don't
That should be enough.
give the bullshit of, oh, I'm doing what's best for the kids. No.
It's selfish.
They need a
You're
father.
attacking the person, not you know, and it hurts the kid. That's exactly what you're doing. You're putting all your bullshit. I don't like your dad, whatever, but it's like your kid likes your dad, or likes his dad or her dad. You know, like let them be.
If,
Yeah.
if your kids want their dad, give them to the fucking dad. Now, obviously, if they're in endangerment, that's different. But
Yeah, but a good, like you said, good dad like Christian. Yeah.
think about if you're being selfish or not. Think if you're being selfish, you gotta put that shit aside, because there are actually fathers out here that fight for their fucking
Oh,
kids.
I've-
Yep, for sure.
Fight for their fucking
I mean,
Man,
let's go
I've been-
back to that real quickly. Like
Shit.
whenever we would see Christian, he'd bring his kids over. Let's go Pokemon hunting, and he'd have a
Car full of
freaking
kids.
6 cars,
Yeah.
6 kids in the freaking car. Like
Yeah.
all of them were there with him. But let's go
Yeah.
have fun. Let's go to the park. Let's go play basketball. When he was in father mode,
He
was
brought all of
freaking,
them.
like he
He
didn't
brought
he didn't
all
leave
of
one behind or nothing. He was like, you're all coming because we're all sharing daddy time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's like a good man like that, like cherish the hell out of him, like because he could be gone
And
sadly,
shit.
man. Like
That's true.
he could literally be gone, and then now they're all 6 yours. You know, like they're all 2 yours. Whatever your situation is, we're talking about Christians. Like now you don't have that guy anymore. And then they don't have that guy anymore. And the moments every time, yeah,
People gotta be real with themselves.
dude.
Too many people are not real with themselves, and
Mhm.
they're like, they justify what they're doing.
Oh,
in
like
order to try
I'm
and
right. Yeah, I'm
impress
right.
the kids. It's like,
No.
don't just be accountable and understand what the fuck you're doing.
I always say,
Understand what
put the donut down, lady, and think about what this would do for your fucking. Oh, that shit pisses
Put
me
the
off,
donut
bro.
down.
Because you know, like I said, you put my nigga through hell. And it's bullshit.
Yeah.
So, fuck you.
I mean, that is a tough situation, yeah. But I mean,
Fuck you still.
he still fucking loved those kids. Like, no matter what that lady put him through, he loved those fucking kids, and he showed it every time. And he'd always talk about them. You know, he talked about his bullshit and his dub moments, but then he would fucking bring his kids into it, and everyone knew of his kids because he talked about them so much, and that's how you know he loves them.
I remember when there was a moment we met up in the park with the kids, and he actually had all the kids, and you know, this is when Lexi I don't know if she's still playing soccer, when she was playing soccer, and Malaya was playing soccer. So we had Lexi and Malaya go one-on-one.
Nice.
Of course you would. Of
Yeah.
course you guys would. My daughter for sure,
Yeah,
daughter.
yeah,
Let's go.
$5, pussy. $5.
Hell yeah, $5. Yeah, bet on
$5.
You guys talking about legal gambling?
Get
kids?
taped.
Duh, yeah.
Get taped.
This is the tape. This new tape
Yeah,
session.
we're like, hey, we're about to do it. So yeah, we coached the girls, and I think he got some happened with the kids on the playground, or whatever. So we didn't get to really finish the game. So
Man.
That's a good story, though. That's a good
battle,
story,
She was
man.
sick. I was like,
Yeah.
"Fuck, let's go."
That's
I brought
awesome.
that up to Lexi when I
let's
seen
go.
her. I said, hey, I go, you remember that soccer game against Malaya? She's like, yeah, I remember. I was like,
Yeah.
that was good. And we got a picture. I think actually there's a video out there somewhere out there.
Oh hell yeah. That's a good moment,
There's a
man.
video.
That's a good moment.
Man, I know. I'm still. Mom needs to see if she can get her drive fixed.
Oh, that'd be nice. All those, dude. I can't imagine how many pictures are on there.
She got pics of us from like way back.
Maybe she finally has one of us three.
That's what I'm saying. It's funny. I was telling him because I have pictures of me, Eric, and Fat. I have pictures of me, Robert, and Fat. But I don't have me, Eric, and Robert, and Fat all together. No, I was like, God damn it,
Always
guys.
one's missing somehow.
Yeah.
Man. I don't.
That's what I noticed. I was looking through the pictures and like, there's not one single picture of all of them.
Like,
I guess the
altogether, yeah.
wedding. My mom's wedding.
The wedding, yeah, the wedding.
But then there's like
You guys
8.
as well,
But there's like
yeah.
10 of us, you know. So
There's an actual picture of you guys like you four.
No.
No, it's like all of us.
It's
It's
just
like
like
you,
a-
Zach,
yeah.
everybody.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
it's
guys
got
are in
all
it
of
too,
us in it.
yeah.
Yeah. So, but that's the only one. I don't have any of us like you know, when I used to go to the bar all the time. I don't have none of those pictures. I
I
don't.
need you back.
Nah, she ain't
I
getting
need
that
you
back. Nah. Alcohol's disgusting, guys. No, I don't do. Yeah, I don't drink no more.
Yeah. This podcast brought to you by Jack Daniels.
Bruh.
I would take a shot of Crown though.
It's gonna take
No,
all
no.
the whiskeys with
Sorry, Jack
it.
Daniels, but we love Crown.
Yeah. No.
No vino, no
No.
wine, fool. You don't
Maybe a
want?
little cup of wine. Yeah, a little cup of wine. But yeah, no, it's tough situations that we are brought to by your life. It's
It's life, man.
you can't. I don't even know how to put it into words because it's just like, you know, just when you think you have everything figured out, another left hit you in the face, or that soccer ball comes without saying heads and hit you in the face again. You know,
Yes, that's the life, man.
Yeah,
Sometimes
the game of
most
life.
Unexpected moments.
kick you right in the nuts.
It can be Will Smith in that.
Yo, yeah. You talk about my wife.
Talk about my life.
about my wife.
To be us about our life. Hey, don't be talking about life like that.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
real. Life be lifing. Good God.
Hell yeah.
I just want to say shout out to Marty Cruz, Bubba, Jocelyn, Brian, Enrique,
The whole Santa Maria family.
Santa Maria family. Love you guys.
Your reflection is the only thing that will tell you what's possible. Your reflection is the evidence of opportunities. Your reflection is your worth that your mind possesses. This is your first step on the rise to greatness. Feel great. Be great.
Yeah, allegedly.
Do the hair. There you go. I would not do
Allegedly.
anything to him.
I will not do anything to him. Yeah, fuck you, bro. But
Fuck that kid.
yeah,
But yeah, no, justice for Christian. You know, justice needs to be served. Not not a huge fan of our system, man.
No, not at
I
all.
seen it firsthand. I hear about it all the time. You hear about stories and shit, but man, through this process, I understand. Like,
Yeah, it's been.
It's crazy.
I've never been so frustrated. I remember we were talking. I've never been so frustrated. I'm still like, what the fuck is going on?
I don't understand like why.
It's been a month already too, you know.
When there's a when somebody passes away.
From
Why would you not take somebody into custody?
why aren't you in
A
jail?
life has just been.
Yeah,
a life
yeah.
has been lost. Like what the fuck?
Like,
how much
okay.
is a life actually worth?
I think my thought process is you kill somebody, you shouldn't be able to step foot outside
Go
until
home.
they figure out
You're a
what they're
risk.
charging you
You're a
with.
fucking risk. You can take another
Yeah,
person again.
so-
you know, like,
Into custody,
Yeah.
and then you figure all the other shit.
Yeah, so then you put him in jail, fuck a time served, you put him in there until they figure out what he's being charged with, and then you just add it on top of it, and you let the bitch suffer.
you're taking the risk of that kid getting behind the fucking wheel again, doing
Yeah.
it all over again. Who knows?
yeah.
You know, like there's all those risk factors. He's still out in the world. Chance of doing it again.
Well, then even on top of it, like even where the accident happened, I mean that's a notorious area. For
Yeah, like
accidents.
90
Right.
plus
Accidents,
accidents. Yeah.
It's like, how can you? I don't understand how you can let. We got so much construction, all this other bullshit going on. How do you not fix a problem that needs to?
That needs to be address that shit.
It's like it could start with a simple speed limit drop. Like they literally could just be like, "Wow, we should change the speed from 50 or whatever it is right there to fucking 35." But
Install cameras.
install
I know.
fucking
Yeah, there's not even
Install
cameras on there.
fucking
Yeah, I
cameras.
remember hearing
at least
that.
the little speed limit ones that have the little flashing. Oh,
At least
we
scare
might
'em
be
with the
fucking.
light,
Yeah,
yeah,
we might be
yeah.
police officers.
Yeah. Oh yeah, those little light ones.
Hey guys, slow down. We might be a
down,
cop.
and it
We
just
might,
has a little red and
yeah.
black-
And it just
red
like
and
blinks
blue.
real quick.
Oh shit! Oh, wait, no.
Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah.
not an actual
but at least
cop,
that
fuck.
stop will get you to stop.
Yeah, it'll slow down a little bit.
Fucking
yeah.
pricks. God damn it. Yeah. Fuck the system right now. That shit
Yeah,
pisses
we
me
just
off.
hope justice is served. That's it. We want the maximum because we believe our boy is worth
The
more than the
maximum.
maximum. Honestly, he's worth being here. But
Yeah.
yeah, if the system's gonna do their job correctly, we would want the maximum because
So do your
we
fucking
believe,
job.
Do it right.
Yeah, just do your fucking job, man.
Do your job.
I think it's very important for our voices to be heard on this too, because there's a lot of other people that go through the same thing.
Mhm.
There's a lot of other people that they may not know, shit, how do I even go about doing this? How do I? And one thing I will say, I might catch some heat for this, but I don't agree with protesting. I actually talked about it. There's a few people I actually talked about this with. That, the people that protest certain things, I think it's bullshit. Like, do something else, make an impact, and actually take action on doing something instead of just like, oh, let me protest the system, let me protest this and that. Like, figure out what you can actually do to commit to the change.
Gain that knowledge, like you're talking about.
Yeah, so like going off of what we're saying is that there's other situations out there like that. So with us having our voices heard and us helping take action on this matter, I believe can also open up doors for other people that are going through the same shit because they may feel like, hey, when you guys lost your boy, what steps did you take? Like, how did you go about doing
It's
it?
easy to
We
feel
can-
stuck.
Exactly.
It's easy to
So
feel
we're all
stuck.
in this process together and give like Vinny stated, condolences to the Santa Maria family too as well because this
We
is
love you
not
guys.
easy, and there's a lot of people that are impacted by this.
Yeah.
And we're
Oh, yeah. All
we're
his-
still trying to
Process.
wrap me personally. I'm trying to wrap my head like
So many questions.
what the fuck, like damn, it's just I don't know, it's just crazy, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So.
Cried so much, I cried myself out of tears. I can't even
Yeah.
like cry no more. Like I'm so mad now.
I
I
feel
just
that
I
shit.
can't fucking function properly. I want to. It's like trying to. It's like you see a movie and you're like, oh, that's so crazy how he can't feel that way, and then you have it happen in real life, and it's just like, fuck, this is.
Yeah,
this
I
is
see why you
real.
feel
Yeah,
that
like
way,
holy
yeah.
shit. Like I've never wanted to John Wick somebody more in my life, and it excuse me for saying that, but like that's a true feeling, and I'm sure.
Metaphorically, that was our dog.
Yeah, it's our fucking boy. Yeah, it's our dog. So
It's not like he's just like oh he's locked up.
Yeah, no.
Like, how do we communicate with him?
yeah,
Like you're saying?
Yeah.
yeah, it's a frustrating situation, but I have faith that it'll get done properly. That it will, because if not,
Patience, man, that's one thing.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Patience is a virtue.
It does suck to say, and I'm really known for my patience, and it does suck to say like, again, this is not an issue to take lightly.
Yeah, no.
You know, and it does suck to think like, oh, we gotta have patience during this shit because
Oh,
we
yeah.
want justice served like now.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's you know, we're gonna have to like dial it back a little more to really understand like, okay, what is it really?
Yeah.
Well, I feel like that conversation that when we were all over at Christian's site and you had that phone call, you know, we don't need to dive into what it was, what the conversation was, but just those phone calls you made and everything like helped ease my mind in understanding the patient side of it and what we.
Shout out to Dr. Silva on that.
Yeah.
Dr. Silva.
Shout out, Doc.
You helped ease our mind and really like understand what steps need to be taken
To get like a case.
to get what we need. Yeah, to get what we need out of this whole situation. And so that definitely helped with patience, and I've told people that need to know it, but
I'm just not a very patient person, so it's like I want shit done now.
yeah.
And especially with something like this, so it's like
yeah.
I'm trying to learn from y'all to be, because I'm like, no, I don't, and like sometimes I could be, I don't
It's a
like to be,
process, man.
I don't like to be pushy, but like I was, you know, I was texting you, I texted Jocelyn a bunch of times, so it's like I just want to see some kind of foot in the door action. I don't want to like why it still blows our mind why he's walking around free, why he's at the corner store getting a bag of chips and a soft drink while my boys in the dirt. We got to go play music and go hang out with him there.
And then you hear many like stories about people like murderers, whatever, where they receive their injuries, go to the hospital with the police officer there. Once they're recovered from there, boom, straight to lockup.
Yeah.
How he goes from healing to okay, now healing at home. That kind of that's the question for me, you know. Like,
got evidence out
Yeah.
there. It's like you got clear evidence.
Hold the man.
Like what really is taking so long.
Yeah.
Like usually, you know, they're waiting for evidence and stuff.
Yeah.
And there's a whole police
It's a whole report. Yeah. There's
There's
witnesses.
cameras,
There's there's like, so it's like I think it's, as far as I know, it's a slam dunk. There should just be charges and ready to be. Just throw his ass in there and then add all the shit you want to it.
literally
Throw it
that's how
on
it
there.
should be, yeah.
He's in there 3 months. Okay, that's not a year. Fucking throw
Well, while we're
20
building our
years on
case,
it.
he's
Yeah.
there.
Now he's and we
Fucking-
know he's in
know
there.
where he's at.
Getting a
Yep.
thumb in his ass. Getting
Yeah.
a burrito put in him.
Oh, but you gonna put somebody in jail for walking across the street?
That's what I'm saying. Jaywalking his shit.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Fucking
Mhm.
pussy, man. Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, justice will be served. I believe it. You know, have faith, and you know, we'll see what the outcome is. But I want to make sure that we're all, you know, we end on a good note and stuff. So I think for me, you know, if I had one last conversation with him, I think what I would tell him is, you know, we all have a dream. We all have something we want to live for. We all have something we want to be remembered by. Let's figure out what that is, nail it, and come on, let's do it. Especially for the sake of your kids, because our kids are gonna be all we have left when we're gone.
And they look up to us.
Yeah. And they need our guidance.
And yeah.
Either they're gonna want what they're gonna inherit, or they're gonna want to branch off, and they may not have no guidance at that point, you know. And so I think it's very critical for for us to be able to again have those conversations with the ones that we love, the ones that we cherish every single day, and just ensure that we're all good mentally, physically. We're all in good spirits, all in good ways, and all that. So rest in peace to you, brother. Miss you. I love you, man. And like I said, we're gonna honor you along the way in the greatest of ways.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you guys wanna?
I'd say maybe like one story that you guys have a story you want to say?
The story?
Yeah, I have a couple.
I mean,
Say-
I have
Yeah,
endless
100.
stories. I mean,
You don't have no stories?
Nothing you can think of right now.
Yeah. And
That's kind of how. Yeah. I'm
Well,
kinda
I mean,
trying to
let
think
Zach
of
say
it.
one more story. I got.
So one of the stories that I've been thinking about a lot since it happened was, you guys knew our Uncle Anthony.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
cool dude.
yeah.
Before
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
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 right before he passed away, the last two people to see him was Derek and Christian.
Right. Damn. I didn't even.
Mhm.
So that's Christian. After that, Christian grew even closer to family with
Yeah.
us.
For
Mhm.
sure.
So it's like that's one of the things that I've been thinking about a lot lately. Is, now he's up in heaven and.
Didn't he live with you guys for a good minute, right?
He was
Christian?
So with Anthony, him and my other uncle lived together. So it was my uncle, so Anthony, my uncle Sonny, and then my aunt Francie. They all
Okay.
lived in the house, and I remember Zach's actually the one that called me when Anthony's on the floor, bro.
Oh yeah.
Like, what the fuck? And so yeah, and it was actually that was the night prior. Because it was me, Zach, Christian, and my dad that went over there to check on him because there was something that was going on. He needed help getting up or something. Oh, that he fell on the ground. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Fell on the ground, so he needed help getting up. And Christian happened to be right over it. And so we were the last 4 to actually see him before he passed.
Wow.
I can't believe I forgot about that, man. Damn. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Stuff like that, you know, especially when you get, like I said, when I was, you know, my dad passed away when I was 18, and that shit was tough. Like, Erik and Robert were there for me, but Christian was like, I think I said this before, but he was right there through the whole fucking process, man. He was trying to keep my head up, you know, keep going raghead. You know, we played video games all the time, you know, because at that time it was, well, I forget what game it was we play all the time, but any of the games that we played, but basically we were playing all the time, and that was, you know, he was, like you're saying, he was there through like some of the toughest moments in my life, and I know my brothers too, you know, throughout everything. So it's gonna be, I just try to remember him for who he is, you know what I mean? Like Robert talks to him every day, he tells me, and I read up all. I have 4 different numbers this motherfucker used to text me off of.
I do have
4 fucking numbers.
Yeah.
So I had to go through and find all the numbers to just go through all our messages, and I have just thousands of messages of just him and me going back and forth at each other. Raghead this, Taliban that. He broke his shin, and I told him to stop making bombs, and he told me that he was building one and it went off on him, and, and you know, so all the time I think about him, I just think about all the time that like we used to just put into each other, just talking shit to each other. So every time I think of him, I throw a Taliban or a raghead in there just so he still remembers that I'm still thinking about him, and yeah, no, it's always good memories when I think about that, because I'm like, God, this guy, he had 4 different phones.
Dude, I just looked at that. I have 3 different fat man, and then the new one.
I have a raghead, a Taliban terrorist, and then another one that I had to like look for. Another one, I was like, oh my God, this guy. But yeah.
Another thing too with Anthony, he was the one that nicknamed him Ahmed.
Ahmed. Did he really?
What's up, Ahmed?
What's up, Ahmed?
He's so funny.
What's up, Ahmed? You coming over?
Yep.
Inside joke. What's
Yep.
up, Ahmed?
He was not a terrorist, just so you know. We just.
Dude, I feel like he was
This
like
was
the
all
best
jokes.
nickname giver. Like we always talk about that. Dude.
called
Everybody
me-
had a nickname.
He
man.
called me Aladdin.
Yeah,
He called
everybody
me
had a nickname.
Karate
man.
Kid.
The Karate Kid.
Vanessa Williams.
Vanessa Williams. You had so every time you did something weird in his
Yeah.
presence, it's a nickname. Boom. You're like that was
Yeah.
a fucking nickname, and then it stuck forever.
It was crazy. Robert was Wobba Fett, baby Wobba Fett.
I don't even.
We had What do you call you, Dougie?
Dougalis. and,
Douglas.
Dougie.
No, you were
Barbie.
Barbie, there it is. Yeah, you're Barbie.
Barbie,
There you
Sita
are.
Douglas.
Sita
Sita
Douglas.
Douglas.
Yeah, the Sita Douglas.
I'm telling you, something came up in your life in that moment. And one fucking word, boom, that's your nickname. That is just,
Especially with, I remember it was, I'm not gonna say the name, but he was like, he would always tell me, I'm going to see Nazi Blue, say the name, I'm like, wait,
Nazi in the
Nazi?
front of it.
Oh, I know. Okay. Oh shit,
he
yeah.
started telling me like the actual story.
Yep.
There you go.
Oh shit, bro. I was like, oh, yeah, not one.
Oh yeah, can't forget the infamous Carrot Boy. I know you're still out there, bitch. Fuck
Carrot
you,
Boy, yeah.
Carrot Man. We know you're there. Yeah.
Porzingis.
Yeah.
Porzingis. That's fucking hilarious. Yeah, he would call me Tony Parker. He was like
Tony
when I
Parker,
played
yeah.
basketball,
Oh,
yeah.
Ginobili. Oh,
for you,
Ginobili.
yeah.
Call me Ginobili. God,
Yeah, everybody always had a fucking nickname.
he had
though.
nicknames for everybody, but yeah, he was.
Princess?
Yep. Oh
Princess.
God, dude.
Dude, all his girls had fucking nicknames. We ain't gonna tell you them, but you
Yeah,
guys
no,
all had.
no.
nicknames.
All
When he
y'all
said-
had
When he said a
nicknames.
name, we knew who to relate
We
it
knew
to.
who you were talking
He'd hit me up and be like, what's up, what you doing, fuck nigga? I'd be like, what's up?
He would come out of nowhere with that shit.
Like, what you doing, bitch?
Yep. Hell yeah.
Sometimes he would just walk in and be like, duh, and then we'd be like, and Dougie and him would go
Yeah, you
4
know what that
overtimes.
Turn
Yeah.
that shit on. Yeah.
4 overtimes. I'm like, y'all are still up 3 o'clock, 4 overtimes.
Dude, he was.
Gonna miss you, man. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm gonna miss those.
He'd be in
days.
Madden.
Oh,
He would
yeah.
just take Russell Wilson and run to the to the far end of the left field and then just chuck the ball up, and somehow it would be Baldwin or I forget who the other guy was, but somehow they would catch it. Most of the time not, but sometimes they would catch that shit. I'm like, damn it, Christian, how you do that?
Dude, what I'm gonna really miss is like, yeah, we're just like hanging out at home, not thinking about anything, just chilling, and then a fucking white fucking Acura pulls up, and we're like, is that
fat?
what the fuck? He didn't call, he didn't text, nothing.
Just
He just
pulled
fucking
up.
here. He just walks to the front door, does little handshakes, and then we just get into our bullshit. Let's play some games. Let's talk about shit. You guys want to drink? You want to do this? I was in the neighborhood, come to see you guys, and it was just always,
Anytime.
it was on site. Yeah, it was
He would,
just fucking,
he would be going to get like milk for his kids, and then
Yeah,
he
stop by with us,
and then he would be,
yeah,
and then
for
he'd be like,
hours.
oh shit, I had to get something else. But he would be at our house smoking weed with me and shit, me and Dougie.
But baby mom's freaking out.
Oh shit, I gotta go, guys.
Yeah, I'm literally on my
On my
way
way right now. Yeah, on my way right now.
I hit every red light. No.
Guy. So one day, he was living with his dad over on Broadway.
Okay, yep, right there, yep.
Calls me up, he's like, hey, come chill, we'll play games. I was like, all right. So, it's just me and him over there. He's like, hey, I'll be right back. I was like, all right. So I'm sitting there playing games. About 20 minutes later, he calls me. He's like, hey, bro, can you come pick me up at the park? I was like, what?
What? He just left you?
He's like, yeah, bro. He's like, I went outside, this chick pulled up, so I went to go talk to her real quick, and she kidnapped me at the park.
She kidnapped me. He would always say it too. She kidnapped me,
bro.
She fucking kidnapped me.
That is so Christian for sure.
Tell me what park I got.
I'll be
Hell
there.
yeah.
That's hilarious.
I remember
Oh,
that too, and,
dude.
this was, damn, I want to say this was 2016, I believe, and
Oh man,
so
it's gonna be good.
I don't know if I want to say the names, but
Nope.
there was just two lovers. I'll say that.
Okay.
Okay.
And so we ended up picking up one of them, and at the same, so he wanted to go to his house. Simultaneously, the other one was on her way.
Oh no.
Jeez, that's my boy.
And so
Oh no.
he said-
Fucking fat boy, man.
So he said, bro, he goes, I gotta get out. He goes, I gotta go meet. He goes, can you take her home? And I'm like, bro, what the fuck?
Can you do me a favor?
Do me an assist? Yeah, give me the assist.
He goes, no, bro, he goes, you tell that I need to fucking run home, so I'm gonna run home.
And you're gonna take her home.
So this motherfucking kid, man, he fucking ran. This was his dad was still in the apartment, I think. And so he ran to the fucking apartment. Here I am fucking taking him home. This fucking guy, he did not just.
He said, thanks
He
a lot,
added you
bro.
to his fucking lie. Hell yeah. Let's go.
He said, you're part of my line now, bro.
Yeah, take her out through the back door and
Yeah,
we'll let
bro,
this
I gotta
in.
go, bro.
Yeah.
Shit.
Fuck yeah.
That's funny. That is funny.
Those are great.
Come on, Doug, you gotta have a story.
What?
You gotta have a story,
What?
bitch.
I got hundreds of stories. though. I
What?
mean,
Look, let's
shit.
hear one, bitch.
I don't know where to start. I mean,
It's a funny one.
the funny ones, shit. I remember one time I had a hoopty, man, and fucking, like we said, we always used to get in our arguments and our flaws, and it was me, him, and Diggy at one point. One of my other boys that passed away, R.I.P. Diggy.
Diggy.
Fucking, it was probably about midnight, and we got into a big old argument, left the bar or something, and he tried to hop in my hoopty, and I fucking like hit the gas, and he was like right on the outside of my door, like hopping in, and I like did a donut, and I just seen his fat ass go flying out of my fucking car, and I'm like, oh shit, it's a fucking flying fat, and then he was like, Dougie, you almost fucking ran me over, dig, and then he fucking hopped in my car, and we ended up fucking going back to the house and playing 2K all fucking night, and then,
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
man, I
Dude,
just
that was
like-
the heaviest car on
that, yeah, like for some reason the hoopty was just like the
Made out of
go-to
metal.
fucking car, man.
That hoopty was gangster.
Fucking flung him out of the car.
Yeah, I mean that dude was just.
I mean,
fucking
I remember
best
when he
person to be around too, you know.
I remember when he hit you with the car and you put your knee through his windshield.
Yeah, I think I talked about that in the last episode as well. Motherfucker with that red car, man. That was
Red car's a beast.
that red car was the fucking beast, bro.
Shit, we're out. Let's go.
Or just go to the park and play basketball. Just go to the park, Bishop all the time, you know. 4 Seasons, play basketball all the time.
God, yeah, so many basketball moments for sure.
So
I
many
mean,
basketball moments. He was the
He
fucking-
loved the duh.
Yeah, I
Dang.
know. Yeah, Bishop for sure.
I'll always remember a moment when we went to like a house party and we and him were drinking pretty heavily. But I got so fucked up, and the cops came. The cops came, showed up, And he's like, yo, put Boba Fett in the room. And so he threw me in this room. And he's like, you live here. I was like, cool, I fucking live here. And so I was laying there, and a cat comes up on me. So I remember just being all faded and shit, just petting this fucking cat. And I can hear the cops come in, and the cops open the door. And then I hear Christian's right there with the cops. Yeah, he lives here. He's just taking a nap, whatever. And they close the door. Cops go, whatever. I had a hat. I don't even know what it was. But one of our high school buddies was trying to, like, steal it. He was trying to, like, just take his hat. And this is how much of a friend he was. He was like literally gonna fight somebody over my hat. I'm trying to take my hat. He's like, I'm fucking taking Boba Fett's hat. That's my hat. I'll beat your fucking ass. Like, give me the hat. I could hear the altercation out the room and shit. And I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, this was literally gonna beat someone's ass because they're trying to take my hat. It was a wild ass night, but I got like destroyed that night. And he just took care of me. He was just like, go to the room, play, chill out. He just played the scenario out, and he was like, I'm the sober one. And there's plenty of times we're the sober one taking care of him. So it was a lot of back and forth. But I just remember, yeah, that's the person he was. Hey, fucking hide in the back. I got you. You know. And then when he needed an assist from you, go take this girl home. It was just a beautiful. Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
It was a beautiful dance of life with him. It was, you get it from both sides. I need a fucking assist. I got you with the assist. And it was just one of those high school moments I remember with him, just like kids drinking, and then he's like, don't worry about it. Like, even if the cops show up, I got you.
Yeah, I'll never forget the infamous Tuwaka night too, man.
The Tuwaka night.
Infamous Tuwaka
It was
night.
Streetlights is when Streetlights was still.
Oh, Street
yeah,
Lights.
I remember
Yeah,
that.
that was
one
good.
of the first times we went out. Actually, this was, I think, a few weeks or maybe a month after me and the girl's mom split.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
This was like, oh shit, I'm single now. Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
And so we went to Streetlights, and it was me, him, and Lee.
That sounds fun.
Shout out Lee.
Fuckers, man, bought so many
Tuwaka
shots.
bombs. Yeah.
And it was like the big, like
The tray, yeah.
20
Yeah.
for 25 or whatever. So
That's
I
a deal.
remember that. They were big deals.
We need that right now.
There's a picture of Christian with all these fucking bottles of beer.
I remember he has it in his phone. Yeah,
Coronas,
just a
and
bunch
like,
of fucking.
I was like, bro.
I even remember when we used to go to that wing spot. Remember, was it Rocky Top?
Rocky Top.
Rocky Top all the time. They used to
Yeah.
go Wednesday wings, and it was when him, Lee, and John Homer always used to hang around too, because
Yeah.
they were like really close friends. And bro, every time they would show up, they would sneak a fucking bottle into that bitch,
They would.
bro. And they would sneak their own bottle. We'd be on the balcony just slamming that shit with them, bro. And then there's Fat Boy always just fucking doing his thing, macking up chicks and
Yeah.
shit, you know, and having the best time of his life. And fucking, we always had to, yeah, we always had to look out for him. He was always looking out for us. And fucking, yeah, it was just, fuck, man, memories for days, bro.
Always, man.
Memories for days. Never be forgotten. R.I.P. Fat, I love you, bro.
Yeah.
Love your
Yes.
family.
Yeah,
Sucks
he
it
has
has to be
some-
like this, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, rest in peace. Family, everybody. You guys don't have any last things, and once I want to appreciate you guys, love you guys, man, for
Yeah.
coming on. I know
Love you
being-
too, man.
Being in front of the camera is not always, easy. And also thanks to my brother Zach here for coming on, making his podcast debut. Well, video podcast debut, I'll say. So, yeah, if you guys don't have anything else to say.
I got one last thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
I just wish everybody go visit him. Go visit his site.
Yeah,
treat
go see him.
treat it like gold, please. Don't mess anything up. Just I appreciate everyone who's put something there and kept it beautiful. Like just go visit my boy. Go talk to him. If you're down, you knew he was there to fucking lift you up. So even if he's in that fucking, even if he's in the ground, like he'll still find a way to lift you up because he'll hear you. You know he will.
Yeah.
And so please go visit him. And maybe one day we'll all meet there one day. And
And I hope you're having the time of your life up there with all of our belated past ones, Nana, Anthony, Diggy, all our loved ones up there.
And if you don't want to visit him alone, call us. I will
We'll show up,
gladly
yeah.
go see my boy. I mean, we've seen him already. He's been there a week, and we've already seen him 3-4 times.
The
Like,
other day, I think.
Yeah.
yeah, it
Yeah,
is. So
about,
if
man.
you don't want to do it alone, you have people who will join you and will mourn, Hulk hug. Share these same memories, share your memories.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's listening. I feel like he's listening, man. Like
Yes, he is.
he'll
Go
love-
away, raghead.
Yeah.
Love you, Fat.
That's the last thing I gotta say. Yeah.
Love you, Fat.
Show that love.
Love you guys. Love you,
you, Fat.
bros.
Love you
Love
guys.
everyone here. Shout out Lee. Who else? did we
Taggarty,
forget?
man.
Taggarty. Shout out
Some
Tavo.
members.
Shout out.
The family for sure.
Oh, shout out Ashley,
Shout out
Julio,
Mhm.
Angelina, anybody who was there that we, you know,
Dude, you were
throughout
there.
the
Like,
whole.
if you were there, like in his life.
Yeah, if you're in
way
his
back
life,
when,
shout
like,
out to you guys.
to you.
Shout out Lily. I know Lily's
Yeah.
big.
Shout out Lily.
What's her?
Derek.
Yeah, Derek. Shout out. Who else am I
I don't
gonna
know.
shout out?
You know who you are. You know,
Yeah,
so-
anybody that
If
showed
you,
love
if you
to
were
him.
close to him,
If you
know,
showed love to
yeah.
him, yeah, we love you guys.
Mhm.
And if you didn't, fuck off.
This fucking guy.
I'm out.
But yeah, I appreciate everybody. Appreciate you guys again. You know, we'll definitely, you know, I'd love to bring you guys on again. You know, we'll come on, you know, talk about some other shit.
Some other stuff, yeah,
Dude.
sports, something, you know, or
Yeah.
just life without.
Maybe after your WrestleMania event, we could talk
Yeah,
about wrestling. Because
yeah.
that was one of Christian's things.
Bro,
He
what?
loved that shit. I bet you we have. Do we have plenty of memories for wrestling, bro? Like,
Yeah,
shit, I call it-
There's
we
too many-
learned wrestling through him practically,
many
man.
fucking-
So
Too many fucking memories.
we went through it the other day, like who his favorite wrestler was, and like there was 20 answers because he loved that whole like era, like the Goldbergs to the Undertakers to all that.
For a fact, Bailey.
Was his
on
girl?
the female side.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
No, Lita.
Trish Stratus.
Trish
Trish Stratus too. No, but also Lita from fucking from the Hardy Boys.
Oh,
Oh,
Bailey.
oh, I
Yeah,
didn't know.
Bailey,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And there's that thing I did with
Mommy?
favorite shit.
Mommy.
Mommy?
In there.
I like mommy.
And I can tell you why. It's because of fucking her ass.
Shout out Rakishi.
Rakishi.
That was a boy too, man.
Rakishi. Steve face.
That was the dog, man.
That's what I'm saying. He had so many wrestling like people. See, I'm telling you, we could do that. Like shit he liked, bro. Like
Yeah.
we bet you we have so many stories from wrestling.
Yeah, wrestling was his go-to
Bro,
thing.
Bloody noses to fucking to DDT and motherfuckers in their match. Like if we want to do one, you guys will figure out
To
so
break
much
in our
shit,
bunk
bro.
bed.
Yeah, they
Dude.
broke our bunk bed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
him and Lee broke our bunk beds, bro. Like it's
yeah, we had a bunk bed. They snapped the metal. It's like all bent in.
fucking 600 pounds.
Wrestling
fucking
on it.
wrestling.
Yeah,
Time bomb on it.
yeah. Oh
So,
yeah.
yeah. We could literally have a full podcast about
That's
his
fucked
wrestling
up, bro.
life, like literally, because did he ever go to a WrestleMania, or he just went to like Raws
He
and
go to
Smackdowns and stuff,
WrestleMania,
right?
They went to last year. They went to SmackDown.
That was a SmackDown, right?
Him and Daniel, I believe, they went to SmackDown. I remember the year before that.
Was it? I thought it was that Mike guy that took him, wasn't it?
Yeah, Mike
Mike-
Lay.
I think it was him, Daniel, Mike.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
okay,
okay.
yeah, they'll
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Did I remember?
I know there's that video of him. He has on the championship.
Exactly.
Yep. For
See, I would always
sure.
remember him like telling us about like all the series, Hell in a Cell, fucking, you know what? Like
Tables and ladders.
yeah, ladders and chairs. Yeah, tables, ladders, and
Cage-
chairs.
cage
He'd be like this
match.
week, and he'd be like, we got to get the pay per view for this and this and this, and we're just like, what? You know, we were into it, but he was so into
would.
it. He's like, bro, this is happening. He'd follow the storyline, and it was.
He would record them too,
And
and
we didn't have social media or phones or nothing,
At
but
that
he
time,
still
huh?
knew about it.
And
Like,
pay per view was
motherfucker.
$10, $20 before it actually became a fucking $60 event, $80 event. You know, and now you can
Now
free
you can
stream
stream
it.
it.
Yeah.
$10.
Yeah, but back then, yeah, he would like go onto his parents' shit, fucking
it?
charge their account, charge their shit, and get
he'd
fucking
be like,
Hell in a
guys,
Cell, bro.
I
you
got the
know?
bra and panty matches.
Yeah,
We're like,
yeah.
yes, bring it over, bring it over.
He would do those matches in
Yeah,
the game, bro. I'm
yes.
telling you, man, yeah, whoever fucking strips the other one first.
That shit was fucking awesome.
I'm telling you, man.
They don't do it like they don't make them like they used to.
Mm-mm.
Just saying that.
Yeah.
No.
But yes,
Yeah, Trish Stratus for sure.
the safe side. I mean,
They're trying to.
they're trying to bring it back.
It's the hottest it's ever been right now. I will say that. It's getting kind of crazy right now.
I mean, I like a few of the wrestlers. I just can't connect to it like I used to.
Dude, but if you go to an
Yeah,
event, bro, I'm telling people watching grown men really into that storyline, like watching the crowd and getting into it and like reacting to the wrestlers. Yeah, like it's an event
I
for
can only
sure.
imagine how Christian was.
Bro,
back
it is
then,
an
too,
event, man.
I
No
bet
matter
he was
what.
loving it.
Whether you talk shit about it or not, you think it's fake, whatever. When you're there live, you're in. You're there. It's such a cool event.
That's what I'm
It's
saying,
such a
yeah.
cool event.
Even when I took my daughter,
Live events
they
are-
were crying. I mean, this was fucking.
Dude, yeah.
We're talking WrestleMania, bro. I'm like, I'm gonna record the reaction because we're.
You're making me want to go.
Hey, me and Christian talking about the bloodline.
About to sell it all. Go this weekend.
Bloodline shit right here, the Roman Reigns and shit.
Oh, I was wondering what that was for.
I have a
Okay.
video of dabbing Roman Reigns. He went down our aisle when I was in
Oh,
fucking.
for the Shield. They were the Shield.
Yeah, when they were the Shield. I don't remember where I was at in Dallas or something, but he went down our aisle, and I had a bunch of people. What the fuck? You got to knuckle Roman Reigns? I'm like, I don't even know who that motherfucker was. But he's sitting next to me right here. So I don't know. But it was like such a cool event because I was like, I got to experience shit that people are like losing their minds about. You know, I was like, hey, what's up, bro? And
Especially when you have the wrestlers that, like, you know, you didn't know they're going to show up and all of a sudden the music plays and
oh, Stone Cold or some shit.
Dude, one of the coolest ones were those the goat head guys, those 3 dudes. I don't know their name, but like the whole.
The Wyatt it's the Wyatt family, Wyatt City.
Yeah, and like the place would go black, with like, and everyone would have their phone out and shit, and then their music was just like really gothic, and they just come out in like cloaks and shit. Dude, it was in a fucking event, bro. It was like.
That's what I was on Halloween, the Fiend.
Dude, it was so fucking cool, bro. You get sucked into it. You're like, because if you don't know, you're like, what is going on? And they do a great job, bro. At staging it, they do a fucking phenomenal job.
Because you think about it, because you're just watching shit on TV.
Yeah, the camera's right there and shit. Yeah.
You know, so I'm like, just trying to think of the atmosphere. Like, damn, we're like energy.
The crowd is into it, bro.
My first fucking PLE. I mean, fucking biggest event of the year. I'm like, this shit is good. And it was on my bucket list to take my dad.
Who was the demon? The guy that he was.
Finn Balor.
Finn Balor. That was my favorite guy because when he came out and he would do that, what? And the whole crowd would do that shit, bro.
Yeah.
What? Bro, that shit was. And he would like crawl out and the smoke would come out and dude.
Now this year we got Jey Uso, Yeet.
Yeah, but how he does.
We have the Bloodline. Then we got Seth Rollins.
Dude, the crowd gets crazy, bro.
Oh.
Dude, we're fucking talking about wrestling, and it's the cool that they are so good at
Fans are really
pure entertainers.
They're
Yeah.
kind of reinventing the entrance themes as far as how they can, because like even now the biggest thing they're like with different wrestlers will be like Roman Reigns, and then they do that with all the wrestlers. So the way that they're putting their own flavor on all these fucking theme songs,
It's cool as hell.
I'm like, oh shit, this about to be crazy.
Shout out the LeBron album. No, I'm just kidding.
You
want to talk about it? Talk about throwing shit out the LeBron album.
Stupid. Stupid.
Right? Shout out to the LeBron album.
Shout out LeBron
If everyone's
all day.
gonna try and make some trendy
yeah.
shit, go LeBron album.
Yeah. Hey, LeBron's going to get his.
Fucking hate LeBron.
He's gonna get his ring this year.
Fuck LeBron.
He's gonna get
Shout
it.
out LeBron.
He's gonna get his ring.
Shout
Fuck
out
LeBron
Melo.
James.
Yeah, shout out Melo.
Shout
Yeah,
out Melo
you know
for
what's
sure.
funny? That's crazy to think about. Our handshake is LeBron and Melo's handshake when we watched that shit. When they were in Team USA together. Yours and my handshake is LeBron and Melo's USA handshake.
Really?
We
stole
motherfucker, you don't
it
remember that?
from
We
him.
stole
Yeah,
it.
we stole it from
I was like,
him.
you not remember this?
Stole it from him.
Bro, like literally fucking this was what LeBron and fucking them did that shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I fucking swear. Now that we're in this moment right here, it was Melo and LeBron, and we were just like, twin, we're doing that, and it was just so
Handshake.
simple. Yeah, it was fucking.
Yeah, that's simple as shit.
That's crazy.
That's fucking.
Damn.
Yeah. So Melo and LeBron, shout out. Hope they
Hey,
share this. I was good.
Should be crazy.
Hope they show up.
Year, man, for NBA playoffs.
Oh yeah, go Nuggets.
Yeah.
Go fucking Nuggets.
All right, y'all. I appreciate you guys coming on again. Love
Yeah,
you
yeah.
guys, man. And if anybody, like Rob said, man, you guys want to visit the grave, anything, man, just hit us up. Let us know if you don't know where it's at. Anyway.
No reason for you guys to be alone.
Yeah, don't feel alone. We're here to support each other, and we want to live this abundant life, man, especially in honor of the loved ones that we don't have anymore. So,
For sure.
anything else, anybody?
No, I think we're good, man.
Love you, fat.
Sleep
Love you,
token
fat.
forever. Sleep token for life.
There you go. All right, y'all.
K. Dot.
I knew you were gonna say some dumb shit.
Season 2, that's what I gotta say.
Season 2.
Nigga, do.